Hello, I'm Emana. I'm going live again because I haven't gone live in a while and wanted to test out the live stream again and practice practice a little bit of karate, splitting some boards, and it's what I do. It's one of the things I do, and it's my intention with doing splitting wood or doing karate is anger management, and it also has a lot to do with training with karate and self-defense and stuff like that. But that's the reason why I try anyway. I have a lot of practice doing this sort of thing, and I do it quite a bit, and I know what I'm doing when going about doing it. So and maybe trying to karate chop basically one board right now. I am dealing with one board, and I'll show it real quick. This is the one I'm going to be dealing with. It's about quarter inch thick pine, and so this is the one I'm going to be doing with live here and trying to break. So I got to flip the phone and not be able to see chat while I'm doing this. Make sure I got this. Oops. Okay. All right. Gotta get the camera angle about where I need it. I got a little bit of a mess in here because I've been doing some rearranging and stuff, but let's see if I can get that about right. So here's the board, and then take out these things that I use for, I don't know if they're going to be good enough with this long of a board, but I'm going to try it anyway. But I'm just messing around trying to have some fun while I'm killing some time because I got little to do this evening. So I'm going to take a quick cigarette and then see if I can split that board. If you look back at some of my previous videos, I have done some of this stuff. I just never tried it live before. And some of them I've been able to break and some of them I haven't. And I'll show you. Where is it? Oh, I got it laying around here somewhere. I had another board that I was using for practice, and here it is. This board right here, and this one is a lot more stronger than that one right there, even though it's a little bit thinner. This is really, really heavy wood, and I haven't been able to break that. And this is going to be harder to break anyway because it's not as long. So this is what I do sometimes, and I mentioned earlier that I do it to practice karate and anger management and stuff like that. So I'm gonna have a quick cigarette, and I'm going over mentally how I'm going to go about doing this, because that is a pretty strong piece of wood there. When I watch some of these videos of other people doing it, like Bruce Lee, he'll be, he has the speed. He has the speed. He just, and he has the speed to be able to. It seems to me when Bruce Lee does it, he kind of gathers this energy field somehow. I don't know all of the how he goes about doing it. I know he trains. He used to train all day, you know, building up that speed and quickness and strength. So that's one key factor with it. But I think I have plenty of those things. So that it's more to it than just that. When I see some of these guys like Bruce Lee breaking these boards, especially with the 1-inch punch and stuff like that. So I'm going over in my head right now how I'm going to go about doing this. This one, I want to accomplish breaking, but I haven't been able to do so yet. So it's kind of a mess in here. I've been messing around, but I have to get my cat over here, the statue, to watch, because that's what it does. But so basically, I'm just messing around, having a little fun, trying to kill some time, and I was going to do this anyway. You know, was I going to do it, you know, as a regular short or live? It makes a little difference to me right now. So, just a little tidbit of information. I practiced so much, but I was born with the, what do they call it, double jointed in my knuckle right there. See how it moves like that. So it's really hard for that part of my fist to get damaged or injured or anything. So kind of blessed in that area, but so I'm trying to think. Bruce Lee does more than just, I know it's more than just speed and strength. I know it is. I mean, some of the videos I've seen him doing it seems like he gathers a type of force or energy before he actually, I know that he trains in focus a lot. He focuses specifically on one's hand, so that's a lot of, I don't know. I just don't see how he can, you know, I mean, focus it is something, but that's still not going to get that, you know, the energy, I don't think, physically to be able to split a board or anything like that. So, I mean, I remember watching some videos of his wife she would say that he would train and he was very capable of focusing, and that was the key to his being able to split boards like he does. But I don't know if she, you know, I mean, I just don't see how focus is that important. I know it's important, but as soon as I finish this cigarette, I'm going to go ahead and make my first try on this board. And watch, I could probably stand on it. Yep, it's pretty wide, and it's not breaking, so it's a pretty strong board. The problem I have with it is the bounce. I know it's gonna bounce, so if I kind of move it together a little more, maybe it won't have so much bounce. So that'll be better right about there. And I'm gonna try this. I don't know if the first try is gonna work or not. I might have to try again, but go ahead and give this a shot real quick. because I know I'm doing something wrong. And I'm trying to break boards, and I don't think it has to do with speed or strength. It has to do with something else. So I'm going to try that focus trick, but I don't think it's a trick. And second, I don't think it's all about focus. But I'll try it anyway and see how it goes. So, speed, strength, and I'm going to focus. Focus my attention just on the board. See how it goes. No. You see, that didn't, I mean, yeah, that hurt a little bit, but I don't know. I just don't know. So I'm going to try again here in a minute, but I'll have to wait about 5 minutes, maybe a little longer, because that's something. Yeah, it cracked a little bit. So this next one, it should break. But, I'm disappointed. I really am. It's alright though. This one is much stronger than this board. But this board is very strong. This one is probably 1.5 times stronger. This one is made out of much denser wood than this one. But yeah, I gotta give it a little rest in that because I don't want to injure myself. Yeah, I think I had the speed and everything. I tried the focus trick. It worked, but I'm going to grab a little bit of ice. But yeah, if you just join, I mean, I'm just messing around, having fun. I was going to do this anyway, and I figured I'd do it live instead of making a recorded video of it, and see if I'm able to split this wood. First try, I got a little tiny, I'll show you, if you can see it. See that? Where my finger is right there, it's got a little bit of, and up here a little bit. It did split a little bit, but I didn't get it all the way. And I know this second shot, yeah, it'll probably break. But that first shot did sore me a little bit. So I'm gonna put it on ice a little bit. No worries, I'm fine. It's just done this many times. I'm just trying to perfect my imperfections on being able to do this. So I'm going to have another cigarette before I actually split that board. Now, I know with my foot, I mean, it would be no problem splitting it. But that's not the practice here. That's not the karate practice I'm doing. I'm doing it with my fists. I mean, I'm not, just messing around. This does several things, it helps my anger management. It also helps me to be able to practice karate and practice speed and focus and stuff like that. So, and it also helps me kill some time tonight, which is the main thing I wanted to do here. I just happened to find that board outside, and it was out by the trash, and gonna get thrown away, I figured I'd bring it in, and because it's gonna be easier than this board. That board, I don't think I'm gonna be able to split. This one's about split. And if you look back at some of my previous videos, I split some other boards. 2x4, that would be maybe, probably, if it's a brand new 2x4, even stronger than this one. So anyway, Bruce Lee, 2-inch punch, focus was key. I mean, that's what everybody used to always say. You would always put everything into focus. I mean, it kind of worked on my first try there. It really did. I mean, I wouldn't have got that board a little bit split if I hadn't have put more focus into what I was doing. So there is something to it. There really is. I thought, my first thought was, you know, focus wouldn't matter that much, but it really does. It really does, because I was able to get a lot more speed and what do you say? I was able to put a little more focal point into the exact spot that I was aiming for, so it did help with the focus. And the snap, because when I'm doing this, or when I do a punch or anything, you know, I like to snap anyway. I think that's what Bruce Lee used to do too anyway. He put a little snap into his jabs. But I'm gonna try this again here in a minute, but I gotta rest a little more. I mean, it's fine. Take a look. I mean, didn't break anything. It's just bruised, so it'll be fine. I practiced on wood quite a bit. Kind of graduated from punching bags, I guess. I mean, this is years and years of doing this stuff, so getting ready to split it. Since I'm already sore a little bit, I'm gonna make it as easy as I can for myself on this second shot, because I don't want to injure myself. I've done that before, not so much with my fist, but with my ankles and other areas. So can't do much when you're injured. So I want to be careful with that. I always try to emphasize knowing my limits, and trying not to go beyond my limits too much. That wasn't a 2-inch punch, it was more or less a 8-inch punch. But it's better than, going over the whole thing mentally and knowing that in the past that probably was my main mess up, was not having enough focus, so there's a lot to it. Still too sore. I'm gonna have another cigarette. I still gotta kill some more time anyway, so I'm gonna give it about 5 more minutes before I try again. I think it's gonna split on this next one. I think it is. It's already damaged. But anyway. Just trying to have a little bit of fun and kill some time this evening. baseball cards laying around that I've been going through, that I've been trying to price and sort through and everything. So I've got a mess on the floor, but in a minute I'm gonna try to split that board again. One problem I have is the holders. They got a little bit of cushion on them, so it doesn't really have a solid support, but bricks would be nice. If I had 2 bricks, I could put one on each side and do it that way, but I don't have bricks. I do out in the back, but I'm going to bring them in right now. And, I don't know if you see that, but this thing really shines. So, thing I picked up, and this one's an artificial diamond thing I picked up somewhere on an auction. But I really like this one. The way it, I don't know if you can see it, but it's got little shiny things. I mean, when I picked this up at the auction, I got it, and it had a strong attraction. It really did, and it did some weird stuff too when I was messing around with it, to where it's got mystical properties anyway. But it's just some, costume jewelry that I picked up. And I'll show you something else real quick while I'm waiting to snap that board. This right here, take a look at it. I polished it up myself. Not too good lighting in here, but this could possibly be high-grade imperial topaz gem, and it's 11 karat. But it's hard to get a look at that. But I've been doing lapidary work on it, trying to, form it the best I can. And I plan on, if I can, getting it wrapped instead of cut, and having it made into a necklace form, just wrapped. So that way I save the whole piece instead of having it cut and lose about a quarter of it. But I mean, it hasn't been certified or verified or anything like that, but just wanted to show that. You can't see the shine in it very well, with the lighting I got, but it shines a lot better than it shown there. But it could be Brazilian imperial topaz. Brazilian imperial topaz. It's, it's a nice stone. It's hard to get that light shining right on there to where you can really see the brilliance of that stone right there. But I just started learning how to do some gem work and stuff like that, and lapidary work, and I polished that myself. Just can't really see the glow in it too well, but it's a nice little stone. Almost ready now. I still got more time to kill anyway. I just thought I'd do this live tonight. I'm gonna grab a little more coffee real quick. Some of those Bruce Lee videos out there now, though, are fakes. They're fakes. But he did have, speed anyway. I'm starting to wonder if some of those Bruce Lee videos are real, but when he did the videos, they could have been you know, hoaxes. I wouldn't think that Bruce Lee would do hoaxes on TV, but they very well could have been. Because some of them seem a little bit too good to be true. I mean, that aside, though, he was still probably one of the best martial artists there ever was, if not the best. So. Half and half. For my coffee. All right. Well, the quicker I get this done, the better, but I still got an hour to kill. So, I'm just going to hold off a little bit, collect some of my thoughts, and go about energy focus, before I attempt this again. And I think I'm going to put on my gloves this time so I don't injure myself. Yeah, I do. I think that many of those Bruce Lee live shows that he did on some of those talk shows, I mean, Johnny Carson to name one, and some of the others, some of the you know, tricks he did and feats he did on some of those shows, I think they were staged. I do. I mean, just by going back and looking at some of them, you know, not taking away from his abilities and all that, but some of those I think were definitely staged. This board, am I going to try this board tonight? No. I tried this one a couple times and I got some shorts that I put up. Me trying to split this one and it's not even cracked at all. It's really tough. I got time, so I'm going to have another cigarette before I attempt at breaking that 1 inch by 4 board, 1 by 4. Yep. This one's about the same thickness, 1 inch, but this one's much sturdier, much stronger. That one's old, for one. For two, it's not part of it.
Power on.
I want my speaker. Yeah, I mean, I could go ahead and try to split it again, but I'm going to hold off a bit. After I post this video, it's going to take it all night to be live on the screen unless you're watching live, but go back and tomorrow afternoon look at the video after it loads and you can see some of the technique I went on through on trying to, you know, break that board on the first go. But the second go, I want to make sure I get it on the second go, and I gotta I gotta rest a little bit. It hurt. The first one hurt. It don't hurt right now, no. It's just I gotta kill some time in it. I just want to make sure I get it. I don't want a third try. I want to get it on the second try. And it's just something to do and try to have fun and do it live instead of making a short video of me doing the same thing. Yeah. I'm trying to collect some thoughts, going over that energy and focus, gathering energy and focus. I don't think there's any magic to it. Focus did help. It did. It really did. I'm pretty surprised. You know, at first I thought, you know, I never used that much focus when splitting wood like that. But, you know, me focusing my thoughts on trying to focus on the wood in a certain, you know, area and speed and strength and all that, it did help out a lot. It did. I mean, maybe split it on the first shot. I wouldn't have made the two cracks in the back if I hadn't focused the bag in. I don't think. So I think it did help. And I'm kind of surprised by it. I really am, because I didn't think, I think focus would be secondary, second hand. Maybe it's not. I think focus may be more important than I previously thought. Anyway, but I'm just trying to have a little bit of fun and get some training at the same time and kill time. Multiplicity. Well, I got an hour to kill and it's only 2 minutes. I'm sitting here waiting. So, I don't know how long the stream has been going so far. Try to keep it 30 minutes already. Wow. Yep, 33 minutes. Alright, well, I got 30 more minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and stretch out a little bit, and loosen up. Because some of those videos I was watching, you know, they're probably deep fakes, but it would show Bruce Lee, you know, just like that. I mean, with 2 fingers, you know. I mean, some of these new Bruce Lee videos that, yeah, I mean, why would somebody want to do that? Why would somebody want to take a legend like Bruce Lee and create fake videos of him? I mean, that should be illegal, I think. But, who knows, maybe he really did do that. I mean, it would have been definitely without his permission and his family's permission to go about doing that. It's almost like double down breaking copyrights. But anyway, I'm gonna take my time here and and stretch out a little bit. So, alright, after I finish the cigarette, got until 11:30. It's 11:02 right now. I'm gonna go ahead and I think I'll not only attempt, but on the second shot, break that board. And then I'll go ahead and do some other stretching and stuff like that until 11:30 and keep the stream going. I'm gonna put this board up because I'm not gonna break it tonight. I need more practice before I do it because my hand's feeling a little bit better now after about 10 minutes. So as soon as I'm done with the smoke, I'm gonna attempt to break that board again. And I'm pretty sure it'll break. I know it's still sturdy. It is really sturdy. A little bit too much cushion on my stands, but I use these stands. These are my push-up bars. But it's just gonna have to do for now. And then I'm gonna attempt to break that board. No, that's being too negative. I'm going to break that board. Next shot. And my cat is watching. Statuary cat. And the place is a mess because I've been organizing and evaluating those baseball cards I got there. Just in between. So far, all these baseball cards here, this whole pile, and then some pages, are $2 or more each right there. So that's quite a bit of value right there, and I've still got all these to go through. All those. But they've been in the family for about 20 years or more. All those baseball cards. These ones right here, which is a lot more, are less than $2 each. Not worth selling because nobody will want them. A lot of them are in the mass-produced era of the early 90s and late 80s. So. The big names are the ones that sell, like Mike Schmidt's, the Ryan Sandbergs, and the Bo Jackson and Nolan Ryans and stuff like that. I don't know if you can see those ones on the floor there, but I've been getting them priced on the internet with the app I got. I got all those left to go through, but I gotta hold off on that. Alright, I'll go ahead and split this board, and then I'll let the live stream just continue. So, focus does work, after all. It does. And what I want to do is focus. Put my attention on focusing. Speed. And snap. Snap. Okay, here we go. Yep, got it. No, that wasn't a 2-inch punch, I know. It wasn't even a 5-inch punch. But it was about an 8-inch punch, but it worked. Split that sucker. Training accomplished. I can take off the gloves. And remind viewers that I have done this many times before. It's part of my karate training, and it has multiple purposes. For one, it saves room in the trash can for that wood. Two, it I do it for anger management. And three, karate practice and many other. I mean, it's going to also help with focus. I drew a little blood. It's alright though. Somehow my finger right here, I'll show, just to show that it's not injured, but if you can see that finger right there, it got a little nip on something, I don't know what. But it's fine, I'll put a band-aid on it later. But other than that, that wood is 1 inch by about 2 feet. Might be a little more than 1 inch. So I'm progressing, I'm getting better instead of worse with age, and I think it's good. I mean, it's halfway decent, and I hope you guys learned something. And remember, don't try to go beyond your limits. You know, push the limits, but don't try to surpass what you know your limits are physically, because you might injure yourself. Because that's important. And then always use your best judgment when dealing with doing tricks or whatever type of thing you're doing and stuff like that. And I got 20 minutes to kill because I got that done quicker than I thought I would. And I'm gonna just chill. You guys can chill along with me. My last 3 streams were blocked because of live streams were blocked because of copyright issues, which the last one they didn't state why, but it was a copyright issue. But the first 2 they did, and I'm kind of concerned because, in a sense, I agree with that because I respect copyright issues, but on the other hand, I hadn't looked up the information on the stuff, and from what I could tell, they did not have copyright. So as far as having background music, background movies, I'm just not going to do it anymore. And I would sure hope that YouTube is fair about it and bans all videos that has that type of thing in their background. Because you don't want to target certain individuals for copyright issues. It's not fair to the whole community. I'll just show you real quick here, since these 2 pages, the baseball cards here, that I collected from a long time ago. I had when I was in high school, and that was a long time ago. But we used to play around. Now these 2 pages, I know these are very poor condition, but we used to play around with these baseball cards here. Me and my brothers, my siblings, and tear them up and stuff. So those 2 pages, with the most valuable cards, but the cards ain't worth nothing because we tore them up as children playing with them. Statuary cat I could put up. Hope it's satisfied. I'm gonna keep it anyway. What if I have it? There you go. So that's why I have all this stuff in the background here. Is he's been going through those baseball cards and stuff. But while I'm waiting for 11:30, go ahead and take a look at this. See if I can get that shine on this rock. It reminds me, going to a Brazilian small town by the mining place there where they mine for this type of rock. Go into a bar, they take a machete and they split it right there. It creates that cleavage. And then take river water and shine it up for you right there and then sell it to you for 500 or whatever. That's it right there. A certain region in Brazil, possibly. I can't say for certain. It could be a different type of rock, but I shined it up. I did the lapidary work on it myself. And the reason why I did that is because I don't want to take it to a lapidary and, give it to them. And I've never done that type of thing before. I usually do things myself and then have them break it, or make it less valuable than it really is. So that's why I did it myself. Previous video, one of the shorts or live streams I did, I haven't made it public yet, but I had shown that same stone before I polished it and did some work on it, and you could see the what's it called, the outer part of it where a lot of brown film on the stone. And this stone right here, I had gotten out of a gift gym bag. And I was looking at it and I was thinking to myself, well, you know what? What if that's topaz? What if that is a topaz? And then I actually shined it up and I did some research on it. And especially if you can see that middle thing, that middle crack, you can see it in there. That's pretty significant right there. Because that tells me right there that's imperial topaz. You can see it. That's cleavage going inside the stone. And the way the cleavage on this stone is, if you look at it closely, that's significant to Brazilian imperial topaz. But, the value can be substantial, depending on the grade of this stone. But I'm just trying to kill some time now after I done split the wood. And I have 15 minutes more to wait. So just sit back and relax and have fun. This is the board I split. I don't know. I'd have to look on the internet and see how I compare to other karate practitioners, but I haven't quite done that much. I know I watch a lot of Bruce Lee videos, and some of the stuff's just superhuman that he does. They say that a lot of his movies, they had to slow down the video because he was too fast for the video capture, and I find that really difficult to believe. I really do. Even though I don't want to take anything away from his Bruce Lee, it's just that some of that superhuman, abilities that they claim that he had, I find really difficult to believe. I really do. No, not because I can't do it. It's not that. It's just that I don't know. I do remember, I think, watching the trick where if you see the Bruce Lee, uh, when he's on one of those talk shows and you got those blades going around. I think that was real. I think he really did that one, but I don't think he's reached inside the blades to pull out the whatever was in there. I think he tripped, went around real quick, and he did it so fast that it appeared like his hand went in through the blades. But, so yeah, I mean there is a little bit of fraud, not fraud, but a little bit of a setup to some of those live uh, talk shows that he did. I think, but that's all up for debate. I just don't want to take away from his skill or anything like that. But some of that superhuman stuff he did is just kind of gets me. Well, yeah, I mean, I could. I mean, I could split it again while I'm killing some time. 11:38. It's 11. No, 11:18. I could go ahead and try to split it again, another one, just because I'm waiting for more practice. Now this one's going to be a little bit more difficult because it's not as long. It doesn't have that what would you call that, buoyancy, or why would it be harder to split a shorter piece of wood anyway than a longer one, right? I mean, why would that be like that? I don't know. Off the top of my head, I can't really say why. I don't know why it would be harder to try to break a shorter one than a longer one. Now, I could do this very easily with my foot. Very easily. Thing is, that's not part of the practice, the karate practice. I'd have to get that a little bit wider. Well, it's a little bit stronger. This piece. This piece is a little bit weaker, I think. This one would be, no, I don't know. Yeah, I want to do the weaker one because I don't want to embarrass myself and not break it. As a matter of fact, after doing that one, I don't know if I want to do a shorter one. But, got 10 minutes. I don't know. Why not? Why not? Make it interesting. I gotta bring the cat back over. Alright. Since I'm killing some more time, I might let this go until midnight. 30 extra minutes. Especially if I'm able to split this one. If I'm able to split this one, then I might as well go ahead and maybe try to split this one too. Yeah, you're right. I mean, more room for trash in the trash can. Let's see here. Find my gloves. There we go. One. There it is. This is gonna be cake. It's gonna be cake. Oops. I cannot observe chat at the moment because I'm doing these things. But hopefully you can learn, and if you're already past this level in karate, then kudos. But if you're not, maybe you can learn a little bit, and remember, don't go past your limits and injure yourself. This is just for practice. This one is hard. So that trying to measure the density and how much force I'm going to need to actually get this on the first shot. I don't want to do it more than once. I don't. So over there. I'll just hold off a little bit. I don't know if I'm going to do it. Might be too strong. Besides, I already split it once. I'm just tired tonight. But I have to stay up because I got work to do later, so. So I'm trying to kill some time before then and mess around and try to have fun. Let me measure that board, just to be certain just how thick it is. Grab my measuring tape. Alright. It's not in there. I'm looking for my measuring tape. Go ahead and measure this. See how wide it is. It's 2 inches thick. That's 2 inches right there. That can't be 2 inches. No, it's not. As a matter of fact, it's not even an inch. About 3/4 of an inch. 3/4. Oh well. This one right here, let me see if it's as thick as that one. Yep, about the same. This one's much stronger. Alright. If I'm going to try it, I might as well try it. Oops. Bruce Lee style. Don't even have to punch it. Breaks. Now I wish I could do that. Focus. Focus. This is going to be a little difficult. I know it. I can tell. All right. I twisted my wrist a little bit. I'm not going to try this one again tonight. I'm blind. It's just, I screwed up. Maybe I didn't focus enough or something, but I could feel my wrist twist. And I'm too sore. I cannot break it anymore tonight. I might try again some other time, but see, I just kind of trying to go past my limit. It's actually what I was saying not to do. But it's fine. I did split it once. And that's it. There. And I was able to kill a little bit of time, and it's almost time for me to quit. 2 minutes. I'm glad I didn't sprain my wrist on that one because I did go off a little bit. And it's not sprained, it's not injured. As a matter of fact, it feels pretty good, to tell you the truth. And there's that double jointed knuckle. And see you next time when I do something live again. Check that out. See ya.